Today we're testing if we can see much difference between the internal codecs and the A7r3. We're going to check out the internal HD at 50 megabits, the 4K at 60 megabits, and also the 4K at 100 megabits. So, that was fast. So obviously if we're traveling, if we're shooting a documentary, if we're shooting weddings, anything like that where we're shooting a lot of footage, size becomes a really big deal. So obviously in a perfect world we'll always shoot 100 megabits, but when we have to pay for our storage and we might be shooting hours and hours every day for weeks at a time, we really want to see what's the best smaller size codec we can use and still be able to shoot S-Log and recover great data. Just talking to myself.
Did I forget to do?
Okay, so this is pretty much just a really basic wide shot. Here we're just looking to see if there's any real changes in detail in the tree, maybe any compression artifacts in the water. So this is just another wide, but this time it's underexposed from where it should be. So we can start to see some noise creep in, and we're also looking to see if there's any compression artifacts in the high detail areas. So in these shots, we've again intentionally underexposed by about 3 stops. And that's because we really want to see which codec is going to show the worst signs first. And I'll let you be the judge, but in my opinion, the HD is definitely more contrasty and comes out quite a lot more saturated, and there's definitely a high noise floor already.
Cool, let's have a look.
Alright, this is another quite underexposed shot. And in my opinion, you can really start to see the colors not looking great, and it's pretty ugly once it's being corrected. I'm sure you could do a little bit more to make it nicer, but when you look at the darker areas of the image, you can also really start to see the noise floor starting to really creep up. So in this test, we intentionally underexposed by about 3 stops, and we also used a daylight white balance when that's clearly not correct. So we were really trying to see what it would look like when we started to correct it and get it back to what it should be. Again, I'll let you be the judge, but in my opinion, I think the HD is by far the worst. And there's not a huge difference between the 60 and the 100 megabits. So this shot is really just to kind of show if there's any major changes between the 60 and the 100 megabits 4K. So one of the great benefits is that we can punch in quite a lot in post. So I wanted to see if there's any real quality issues between the two of them. For these last few shots, I've applied a LUT and more of a creative grade just to kind of see how the different bit rates respond. I was actually really surprised with the results that we saw today, but let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for stopping by and watching, and we'll see you next time.